This is the forward end. This is attached. This old boat is held together by steam frames, carbon planking. It's a lightweight design because it's easier to get the boat in and out of the harbour, but it's not as strong as it could be. So what's gone wrong here with this one is because of the layout of the sole bearers, which aren't here at the moment, it's put weight on the frames in an unequal way, so that actually you've got these little cracks.
Yeah, I can see them.
Yeah. So what we're going to do today is we're going to steam in four frames to add a bit more strength to the boat and to help tie it with the whole thwartships part of the boat together. Yeah? Basically, that's this whole process of like getting the steam box going, getting the wood cut, getting them measured correct length, and then it makes the job of fitting them a lot easier because we have to work quite quickly. Pushing them in underneath the beam shelf here, and then we can actually bend them in place and clamp them in place before we actually start putting fastenings. So I've got the cap on. Put a little star there or something so we know what it's.
What material are we using for that?
Right, so these traditionally, Cornish boats were larch planks on oak frames. Occasionally they used the garboard planks, which is the inside plank, which is the inside of the keel. They'd be made of elm because elm's a very durable wood and it's very flexible. But it's kind of you don't have enough of it to plank out whole boats. So elm was reserved for special jobs. The keels tend to be made of oak. The deadwoods, fore and aft, tend to be made of oak. The caplings would be made of oak. So it's basically what was locally available was used to a great extent. The larch would be imported from Scandinavia, from the Americas, and they'd plank them up, obviously using the best material they could buy. Clear and good is the expression they use. So no knots. You can't have knots falling out of boats because they sink. So this is a section of the frame we're putting in.
Yeah.
They're slightly bigger than the ones we've got.
I could take a skim off the top with the planer, just take a mill off.
I mean,
a bit too chunky.
Yeah, it would make it easier to bend. So yeah, if you run past the plane on the underside, a couple of passes, and then that thins them down a little bit. So the thicker the frame, the harder they are to bend. Yeah. You know, so this is kind of as big a size as you get with steam frames, because there's quite a curve. We don't want to have these frames in all at the same time. We want them like 20 minutes apart.
Yes.
So if you can explain, I'll start drilling these holes there.
Yeah.
If you can explain to these guys the sequence.
The sequence. Yeah. No, I'll do that. Yeah.
What's that got into? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a fixing in the middle of each plank.
Yeah.
Because we've got doubled up fixings on each of the adjacent frames.
Yeah. And you don't. I mean, sometimes if you've got very narrow planks, you don't necessarily have to have every plank fastened. No. Remember, what you're doing now is fastening in a timber, not fastening on planking.
Yes.
That's already done.
Time. Ideally, you drill a hole through each one, but you haven't got time because the evaporation process takes, with something that thick, takes minutes. Okay, so 3 minutes, game over.
Don't worry too much about it. You want to get, I'll do that. You get the weight back.
some reason port side's gone better than stern side.
I don't know why that is.
That's phase one. That's just the first phase. That's a dolly. These tools are for driving the roves on.
Yep.
So one person gets to work inside the boat.
This one hasn't got a hole.
No, that's so I can have a punch, right? So if you where we've driven the nails into the hull, you've got the person who's operating that. You can take
this
it
is the
into
outside and that's the inside.
Yeah, so it's an apprentice job really. Is the guy outside? He's putting his weight behind that punch there, and the guy on the inside with his ball peen handle. I get one of those rows, and you position it on the nail, and you just gently driving that in, yeah. But what you mustn't do is you mustn't flatten the rove. The strength of those roves, those little kind of washers, is that they're conical, yeah. So when you drive them on, you just want to break the surface of the frame. You don't want to drive them into the frame. They just want to be just pinching the surface. So we cut off the excess of the copper nail with these pinchers, and then the next trick is the skill trick. Is like you have to you're peening over the head of the nail, yeah. So the idea is it's bigger than the actual hole inside the rove, yeah.
Mushrooms over the top
Sort
of
of
the
mushrooms over the rove, and that clenches the rove to the nail to the frame. And because it's domed, it's under tension. If it was flat, it would spring and flop about. So it would be worse than useless, really, because it just means the frame is loose on the actual on the plank. Yeah. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, relax.
You can really sense it gets pulled in.
You get yeah.
Yeah, like sucks
you should
in.
get a sense you know what I'm doing and I know what you're doing. Okay, relax a minute. When you're comfortable, yeah, ready? Kez.
How old are you? 6. Well, 7, you'll be an expert at this.